The National Assembly has officially rejected the bid by Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, who represents Kogi Central, to resume her legislative duties. Lawmakers maintain that her 6-month suspension is still in force and cannot be lifted until the Court of Appeal rules on the case she instituted against the Senate. In a letter dated September 4, 2025 and signed by the acting clerk to the National Assembly, Dr. Yahaya Danzaria, the Senate acknowledged that Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan had written to notify the leadership of her intention to return to plenary on September 4th, a date she argued marked the end of her suspension. However, the Senate clarified that her suspension officially began on March 6, 2025 and stressed that the matter remained sub judice. The letter explained that no administrative decision could be made until the Court of Appeal delivers its final judgment. It further noted that only after the judicial process is concluded would the Senate consider a review of her suspension. Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan's trouble began in March when she was suspended over allegations of insubordination. Reports stated that the suspension followed her refusal to accept a change of her designated seat during plenary sessions. The disciplinary action recommended by the Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petition also stripped her of her aides, office entitlements and salaries. Since then, the lawmaker has consistently maintained that her suspension was politically motivated. She argued that her ordeal was directly linked to a petition she submitted accusing Senate President Godswill Akpabio of sexual harassment, allegations that the Senate leadership strongly dismissed as unfounded. In her fight for reinstatement, Akpoti-Uduaghan approached the courts and claimed that she secured a favorable judgment ordering her recall. Despite this, Senate leaders insisted that the 6-month suspension would run its full course. Her attempt to return to the chamber in July sparked chaos when security operatives prevented her from entering the National Assembly complex. The confrontation reportedly led to a standoff with her supporters who had gathered outside in solidarity, chanting slogans and demanding her reinstatement. As it stands, the senator's fate now rests in the hands of the appeal court, which will determine whether her suspension was lawful or a violation of her legislative rights. Uche Jacinta for Eagles FM News.